I have a bathroom scale that weighs me, which is what I bought it for, but it also measures my body fat percentage. I've often wondered if this scale is giving me twice as much information or just depressing me twice as much. Anyway, I've had this scale for a long time. I was still working when I bought it. I retired in 2012, but like the Energizer Bunny, it just keeps on keeping on. I got to wondering, maybe I should purchase a new scale. I searched online and took a trip to the local at-home store. All I got out of it was a bad case of TMI. These days, those scales are called biometric or smart scales. They claim to measure body fat percentage, lean muscle mass, total body water, BMI, and bone density. These scales can also link to an app on your smartphone, keeping track of your health data over time, ensuring that you can be tortured anytime you want to take a peek. A reviewer of the Gammon Smart Scale Index S2 noted that the downside of this particular model is that you have to tap it to turn it on, which slows things down. Really? Are you in that much of a hurry to see your weight? Some of these scales can be rather pricey. A few of them that I looked at were over $100. If you just want to know your weight, you can get a basic bathroom scale for around $20. Of course, you could just wait until you're forced at gunpoint to go to the doctor and get the bad news there. But the question is, are these smart scales really smart? Are they worth the money? Do you want to drop 100 bills on a scale that may or may not be accurate? I decided to weigh in on all this so that you don't have to. The biometric scale uses bioelectrical impedance to figure out your body composition. On my old scale, which is the one I still have, there are silver metallic pads that you can't avoid stepping on when you get on the scale. An electrical impulse runs through your body through your feet. Electrical impedance measures the resistance of a circuit to electric current. You might have encountered this concept in science class. Bioelectrical impedance measures the opposition of current through the human body. Body water has low impedance. Since most body water is stored in muscle, a more muscular person would have lower impedance than a person with more body fat. The scale then calculates my body fat percent estimate by using my total body water found by bioelectrical impedance. From the total body water, it finds my lean body mass. It then uses my body weight and height, which I entered when I bought the scale, to get the body fat estimate mathematically. I say estimate because these scales have questionable accuracy. In 2016, Consumer Reports tested several body fat scales and compared the results to a laboratory machine called a BOD pod. The most accurate readings were off by 21% and the least accurate by 34%. Ouch! In my case, I knew my scale wasn't going to be accurate. I weigh in the morning when I first get up before I eat or drink anything. This means that since I'm not well hydrated, my fat percentage will be higher than it really is. At least that's what I tell myself. As long as I weigh under the same conditions every day, this isn't that important to me, since I'm just interested in the amount of change, not in the accuracy of the original measurement. For you stats nerds out there, this is called reliability. Now my scale just measures body fat. But what about those fancy smart scales? Are they worth it? Well, to me, that depends on your personal preference. It's already been established that body fat percentage on these scales isn't very accurate. But if that isn't your concern, and you just want to know percent change from the first measurement, that's not an issue. In addition, there are also smartphone apps for these scales that keep track of all of your health data over time. I still have to write mine down. Since body fat percentage, bone density, and lean muscle mass are all calculated by bioelectrical impedance measuring body water, all of these results will have the same issues. As for BMI, which is body mass index, this measurement also has some drawbacks, as you well know if you do a lot of weight training. Since BMI is calculated using weight and height, a person with a lot of muscle mass will trend high. Since you can go online or use the BMI app from Google Play for free and punch in your weight and height, it remains to be seen whether a $100 scale is worth it. If you regularly check other health information on your smartphone, I guess a smart scale could be another tool in your toolbox, as long as you understand the limitations of the measurements. To me, it seems like an expensive toy, so I think I'll stick to my old scale until it croaks, as well as my free BMI calculator, my tape measure, and my notebook. Do you have a biometric scale? A cheap old one like mine or a Ferrari of biometric scales? Was it worth it? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.